Do you remember the hype around James Cameron's major release of Titanic back in 1997? I remember a local Woolworths at the time did a midnight opening for it for its VHS release. My dad bought it the next day, it was on a Sunday. A great film and was my starting point for Leonardo DiCaprio appreciation. It's likely one of my favourite actors today. Do you remember the brutality of chefs coming out of kitchens and swinging knives around at you? Do you remember bats flying around in the ship? Do you remember rats that attacked the passengers of Titanic? You don't remember any of this because it's just plain ridiculous. Legend has it, Titanic was partly a mishmash of different games from the Nes Super New Year cart 15-in-1 cartridge, which is likely as shady as this game. We play as Jack, who can punch, kick, and generally apply all of those typical 8-bit beat-em-up moves in order to take down the scum of Titanic. Now, of course, in the film, the only real enemies to Jack that posed any threat that really wanted to harm him was actually Rose's fiance, whose character's name was Keldon Hockley.
My wife in practice, if not yet by law, so you will honor me.
And his friend Spicer Lovejoy.
You know, I do believe this ship may sink.
The only sense of violence really in that film was when Keldon grabs a gun and shoots at Jack. The film simply isn't about violence or martial arts of any kind. If we take a look at the introduction to this game, maybe we can work out what is actually going on. As we can see, we have words which don't make any sense, might have been purposely done though as a note to games like Double Dragon 3 for the NES. So we travel through the Titanic and beat up some chefs, rats and even bats too. Finally, we make it to the grand staircase, where I cannot seem to progress any further at this point. I'm not sure if I am doing something wrong here though. Titanic is quite likely one of the most random ideas for a beat 'em up around. It's a little bit like doing Barbie the movie, the beat 'em up. But if a game like Titanic exists, then likely Barbie the beat 'em up does too. If you fancy a little joke around playing some random game, download Titanic now. It's quite likely the most randomest beat 'em up you're ever going to play on the Nintendo Entertainment System.